Republican presidential candidate Nikki Haley made headlines this week when she proudly proclaimed that America has never been a racist country. Don't be silly, even that point in time where you were legally allowed to own certain human beings, based on the color of their skin. And of course, we also had that very long period of American history where people of certain races weren't allowed to vote. And then, of course, we had separate but equal during segregation. But sure, aside from that, America's never been a racist country. And Nikki Haley was rewarded with her statement by Donald Trump launching a racist dog whistle attack against her, trying to tap into the racism of the Republican base. Donald Trump got on Truth Social and said this: "Anyone listening to Nikki Nimrata Haley's whacked out speech last night would think that she won the Iowa primary. She didn't, and she couldn't even beat a very flawed Ron DeSanctimonious, who's out of money and out of hope. Nikki came in a distant third. She said she would never run against me. He was a great president, and she should have followed her own advice. Now she's stuck with weak policies and a very strong MAGA base, and there's just nothing she can do." Now, you might be asking yourself, Farron, what part of that was actually racist? Well, it was the Nikki Nimrata Haley part. Because, see, he put Nimrata in quotation marks. And that, of course, is a bastardization version of her given name, which, of course, is Nimrata Nikki Randhawa. Because Nikki Haley, as we all know, is the daughter of Indian immigrants to the United States. So Donald Trump, by not only misspelling her birth name, but reminding voters of her birth name, is trying to imply to the overtly racist Republican base that Nikki Haley is not one of you. Nikki Haley is something else. That's what Donald Trump is doing. That is, in fact, a racist dog whistle. And again, the irony here is that this came shortly after Nikki Haley proudly proclaimed that America has never been a racist country. And then the Republican frontrunner turns around, tries to use racism against her to blunt her polls. Yeah, Nikki Haley knows. I mean, she knows firsthand how racist America can be, how racist America still is, and of course, more importantly, how racist the MAGA base is. That's why Donald Trump did that. There's no other reason to say that if you're not trying to invoke some kind of feeling among the Republican base that perhaps Nikki Haley is not really one of you. Nikki Haley has horrible policies. Nikki Haley has said horrendous things on the campaign trail. In my opinion, she is not a good person at all. But none of my disdain or dislike for Nikki Haley and her policies comes from her ethnicity. That has nothing to do with anything. That doesn't bother me one bit. But for Republicans, it does. Because they still hold those deeply racist beliefs, and Donald Trump is trying to capitalize on that, just like he did in 2016. Ring of Fire is just a few subscribers short of hitting that 1 million subscriber milestone. So if you're not already subscribed, please go ahead and do so, and stay up to date with all of the latest from Ring of Fire.